A new court filing contains stunning evidence that a Republican redistricting expert urged the Trump administration to include a citizenship question on the census to hurt Democrats and advantage Republicans as well as non-Hispanic whites. Thomas Hofeller, who died last year after carving out a reputation as a top Republican consultant and redistricting guru, has emerged as a key figure in a census court fight after his estranged daughter discovered pertinent documents on his computer hard drives. A critical document is a 2015 memo he wrote analyzing the impact of adding the citizenship question, which opponents of the move fear will discourage participation and tamp down Democratic representation. Court documents reveal that Hofeller wrote that the question would clearly be a disadvantage to the Democrats and advantageous to Republicans and non-Hispanic whites. The newly unearthed document reveals that Hofeller played a significant role in the question being added, according to the Thursday filing. Hofeller urged the Trump transition to adopt the stance, while also drafting language included in the Justice Department's later rationale for including the question. The Trump administration concealed evidence that its proposal to add a question about citizenship to the 2020 U.S. Census was intended to help Republicans draw favorable electoral maps, according to immigrant advocacy groups that sued the administration over the question last year. In the filing in Manhattan federal court on Thursday, the groups said that the administration hid the fact during the course of the lawsuit that went to trial last year that Hofeller played a significant role in planning the citizenship question. The conservative majority Supreme Court is due to issue a final ruling by the end of June on whether the question can be added in time for next year's census. The challengers notified the High Court about the new documents in a letter filed at the court on Thursday afternoon. They did not ask the Supreme Court to take any specific action. The plaintiffs, which include the Arab American Anti-Discrimination Committee and Make the Road New York, learned of Hofeller's role after his files came to light in separate litigation in North Carolina in which Republican-drawn electoral districts are being challenged. Share this article. Share the Justice Department was unaware of the new evidence and intends to file a response in court, an official said. Manhattan-based U.S. District Judge Jesse Furman blocked the question's inclusion following the trial, but the Supreme Court appeared poised to overturn that ruling at April's oral argument. According to Thursday's filing, Hofeller concluded in a 2015 study that asking census respondents whether they are U.S. citizens would clearly be a disadvantage to the Democrats and advantageous to Republicans and non-Hispanic whites in redistricting. Hofeller went on to ghostwrite a draft letter from the U.S. Department of Justice to the Department of Commerce, asking for a citizenship question on the grounds it would help enforce voting rights, according to the plaintiffs. The plaintiffs, represented by the American Civil Liberties Union, said that administration officials gave false testimony about the origin of the question during the lawsuit and have asked Furman to consider imposing unspecified sanctions against them. Furman has scheduled a hearing on the request for June 5. Reuters reported in April that the Trump administration believed its citizenship question could help Republicans in elections by enabling states to draw electoral maps based only on citizen population rather than total population. Opponents have said a citizenship question would cause a sizable undercount by deterring immigrant households and Latinos from filling out the census forms out of fear the information would be shared with law enforcement. That would, they argue, cost Democratic-leaning areas electoral representation in Congress and federal aid, benefiting President Donald Trump's fellow Republicans and Republican-leaning parts of the country. Reporting by Brendan Pearson and Andrew Chung in New York. Additional reporting by Lawrence Hurley in Washington. Editing by Steve Orlovsky and Tom Brown.